of Fortnite Season 4 just got leaked and it is mind-blowing. New POIs, a stacked battle pass, and the return of 7 mythics, but in a twist that no one expected, Season 4 is officially gonna be Heist themed. Yeah, it seems pretty random that we've gone from a jungle telescope to some guy's mansion, but that's exactly what's happening in our first leaked POI, Relentless Retreat. If you colorize it, you can spot palm trees, an eclipse symbol in the room, and a rift just standing there for some reason. We don't know who this mansion belongs to, but it probably has something to do with those letters from Kato Thorn. More about them later, because there's another character who fits perfectly into the Heist season, and fans have been waiting for this day for years. It is the return of Midas. When everything is themed around a heist, we all think of this guy. He was the mastermind of the spy season, so it makes sense. And thanks to a leaked teaser, we know that Midas's drum gun is making a comeback. It's probably in the collection of Kato Thorn, and we'll have to steal it back, but for that to work, we need a crew. The first recruit has everyone talking. If you did Triggerfish's quest this season, you might remember weird dialogue where he mentioned building a sanctuary and calling a cousin about it. Sounded like a random throwaway line until recently when Fortnite tweeted, "Dream big, muscle in, big catch." A little weird, but look at the image and you'll see buff fish stick. I mean, this guy is ripped, and I love his tiny baseball cap. Look, I tried to brighten the image, but Fortnite did a good job of hiding this. You also won't be able to hide from Season 4's new weapon. This thing is ridiculous. We're getting an item that looks like a briefcase, but once you throw it down, this transforms into a sentry turret. I already know it's getting banned in competitive or nerfed on day one. This is one of those items where you can tell something is going to backfire. Let's head back to the battle pass because we have got our first look at another outfit, the Diamond Dealer. That's his nickname for now, but as you can see, he is super mysterious. People have theorized that he'll be a boss on the map, maybe guarding one of the POIs, so hopefully he drops some great loot, like the rocket ram. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a cross between a rocket launcher and a battering ram. It might not explode on impact, but instead keep shredding through builds and players, or it could just be something that sends you flying into builds. That'll be super useful if you're planning on breaking into this new POI. There's a lot on screen right now, but these are blueprints for an area known as Eclipse Estates. Notice the huge moon? This is a massive complex that belongs to a wealthy collector, so naturally, it's full of artifacts. Some areas look like art galleries or display rooms, and honestly, this whole thing looks easy to get lost in. It'll easily be the largest POI of Season 4, and we know exactly where this is appearing on the map. Players have looked at the vault room and noticed artifacts like a sword and shield. Compare that to the throne room at the Citadel, and yeah, they have stolen it straight from here. If you want more proof, just take the blueprint and line it up with the Citadel. It is an exact match. Now everyone's freaking out over a mysterious new item that is literally just a bag. I mean, this is something you take to the gym, not too exciting, right? But a message came with the teaser calling this a heist bag. We have no idea what it does. Some people think it's the return of tents, which would be cool, but I'm hoping they finally give us extra storage after 6 years of waiting. Imagine being able to put items into this bag, carry it somewhere else, and take them out again. You're gonna need to look the part, so let me introduce you to our third battle pass skin, a female agent who could easily be the collector. We're still trying to figure out who Kato Thorn is, but she definitely fits the profile. Not to mention, this was the first outfit revealed by Fortnite, so clearly she's important. Although, she is probably one of the Heist crew members judging from their question, "Are you in?" You're probably distracted by all those lasers around her, and obviously it's a part of the Heist theme. But will these appear in game? Well, remember that picture of the vault room? This was codenamed security system, which could mean we have to disable the lasers to get inside. What kind of loot should we expect? I mean, we're putting all this effort in for a reason, right? Turns out, Fortnite is vaulting the bottomless chug jug in Season 4, alongside the shockwave launcher and charged shotgun. The collection keeps growing. We're also getting some classic mythics like TNTina's bow, the Foundation's MK7, and even Zig and Choppy's ray gun. I'm getting real Marvel vibe from this season, so it could be pure chaos from all the mythics. Not everything is an old item though. Fortnite is working on a new type of grenade that sounds insane. This looks like a stink bomb with electricity inside, and the image is called Shield Breaker EMP. Will this be an item that temporarily removes your shield? If so, that would really shake things up. You might have to take cover in a nearby POI, and that could be Sanguine Suites. This will be on the coastline on the map, and if you're wondering what Sanguine means, yeah, pretty ominous, right? This place is a hotel where you go on vacation, so I can't wait to see more of it, and I bet there is a bunch of Easter eggs. One of the strangest teasers we have is hinting at a TikTok star coming to the Battle Pass. Cabby LeMay posted a mysterious video opening a package from Fortnite with the Eclipse logo. Everyone started guessing he'd have an emote or something until Epic revealed an entire skin. Pretty crazy, but not the only collab you should expect in Season 4, because the newest rumor is a Payday crossover. I already already made it for a season wishlist since the third game is releasing on September 21st, but now Payday themselves have retweeted a post by Fortnite. It could be a joke, but the chances of a collab are now higher than ever. Now we finally have the answer to a mystery that has lasted all of Chapter 4. In the Most Wanted event, all the way back in March, we got our first look at customizable spray skins. They even appeared on posters around the map, and yet nothing happened. Despite them being fully ready to drop, Fortnite swept this under the rug. Well, that's until now. In the Most Wanted loading screen, you could spot the outfits riding dirt bikes and holding a drum gun. As we know, this is returning in Season 4, and with the Heist theme, it's pretty obvious Fortnite were saving these guys for a reason. Speaking of foreshadowing, if you pay attention to the latest teasers, you'll notice a lot of symbols and writing, but don't be fooled. They aren't the ruins of the last reality, but we have seen them before at Rumble Ruin. Yep, it's the same language used by the ancients who built the apparatus. Either they were kidnapped by the Collector or they are the Eclipse, so I cannot wait to find out. Something we do know is how insane Season 4's loot pool is gonna be. Not only are a bunch of mythics coming to the game, but they'll be joined by the Havoc Pump. Although that is a pretty recent weapon, so they're also adding Gunner's SMG and the overclock pulse rifle along with it. And that's still not as exciting as Season 4's mutated animals. These will spawn from monster crystals, which has been in the works for a few months. Now we're approaching the end of Chapter 4, and leakers think this will appear on Halloween. There's also an unreleased item, Capture Balls, that'll let you collect creatures, and it sounds like Epic is making their own Pokemon. Speaking of monsters, Fortnitemares is gonna be insane this year, thanks to a new version of Horde Rush. They're giving us a new vampire boss that sounds terrifying, so I wonder what connection they have to these mutated animals. We'll need some firepower to take on this boss, and luckily Season 4 has ridiculous exotics like the Boogie Bomb grenade launcher. Okay, first of all, that's gonna be one of the most toxic items of Fortnite history, and it'll be joined by a gas version. As for the third item, the Firefly launcher, that's just a fancy name for the flamethrower we have been waiting for since day one of the chapter. These will all come in handy when we're fighting against new henchmen in a few days. Yeah, it turns out they'll be driving around the map in armored vehicles, and once we eliminate them, the truck is ours for the taking. Now that Sloan is fully back in the game, these could be IO henchmen, but I think they're the security service of the new Eclipse villain. Speaking of cars, we're about to see a complete overhaul of the way Fortnite works. Near the end of the season, we'll be getting a totally different mode that changes everything. Epic has been working on a brand new LTM that is themed around racing, and I don't mean just a simple mini game. This is a fully fledged event with its own battle pass, customizable cars, and over 12 racetracks. Some of the races even have their own theme, like the Chapter 2 map. They're really cashing in on the nostalgia, and I gotta say, if it's anything like Mario Kart, they can take my money. But there is another leak which has been around for a couple months, and that's an item called the Backpack Minigun. When you compare that to next season's Briefcase Turret, it sounds similar, right? Either this was an early prototype of the turret, or it's another spy-themed item that'll be heading our way in Season 4. You know what also fits the theme? Choppas. These were first introduced in the spy season, so why not bring them back? Makes sense, especially when you realize that Fortnite has been updating these secretly in the background for months now. When they return, Choppas will have rocket launchers attached to them, which can either be amazing or totally break the game. All of this is building up to one thing at the end of the season. At first, people saw the 27.00 update and thought this was Season 5 confirmed, even though we know Chapter 4 ends in December. So what could this be? Well, now we finally learned the answer. This update isn't a new season, it's a massive collab. Fortnite is partnering with LEGO to bring a huge experience to the game, and it's so massive that it's the size of an entire season. We have no idea what this could be, but leakers have been teasing this for a while now. There's even files that let you place your own LEGO bricks in creative, along with a rope and chain grenade launcher that shoots LEGO chains. All we know is that Fortnite has been working on this for years, and it's finally coming in November. That is everything we know about Season 4. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.